Hi Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your March 2025 full moon lunar eclipse blood moon reading for you. This moon is super powerful, and to add to it all, it's in Virgo. So it is going to be like quadruply powerful for you. And I am so happy to be bringing this reading to you. Now, if this reading resonates with you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously, so thank you so very much for doing so. And if you're interested in a private reading, a private personalized meditation, a healing, or a gift card, check out my website, daneharttarot.com. It's listed in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. If you are sound sensitive, this is the time to mute the reading. Let the healing energy wash over you and unmute it when you see me pick up the singing bowl. So let's take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. All right, Virgo, let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Ooh, the Knight of Earth, that's you. You're coming through as a knight, so that's beautifully powerful energy for you. The Queen of Wands, the Queen of Fire, the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Fire, same thing. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. The King of Cups, the Page of Wands, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. The Six of Wands, strong fire sign energy here. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. The Nine of Pentacles, angels and spirit guides. The Hangman, the Two of Wands, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Temperance, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Oh, and the Three of Swords, very interesting. Okay, so this moon is very powerful. And what's very interesting about this moon, let me move everything up for you just a bit so you can see better. Okay, that looks better to me on my end. Okay, you have a lot of fire sign energy coming through. Again, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 fire sign energy here. And you have 2 court cards coming forward. So that is really quite intense. You have the Knight of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles, which is very, very strong prosperity and success coming forward for you as well. You're also very proactive during this moon, which is what I would expect you to be, Virgo. You're not going to be sitting on your hands, twiddling your thumbs, type of thing. This is going to be a very intensive time for you. There's strong healing coming in. There's also a strong sense of balance, but also a strong need for what is true and to release heartbreaks and pains and disappointments. Now, the complicated thing about this moon for you is that, yes, it's in Virgo, so it amplifies your Virgo energy. But the time frame is in Pisces. This is your sister sign. This can be the most wonderful time for you, or this can be a very challenging time for you. So just being aware of that is going to be super important. But with Pisces energy, during this time, you can find that your dreams come forward a lot more intensely. And sometimes that can be super inspiring, and sometimes that can be super frustrating because we don't have time for this, right? We need to get done what we need to get done. And with the blood moon, with the lunar eclipse, the full moon in Virgo is amplified. So the refinement of our energy is amplified. The healing aspect of ourselves is amplified. The alignment with our daily practices is amplified. And so we can be super proficient during this time. But what this moon is also calling forward is our spiritual patterns, our spiritual connectivity. And what's very beautiful here is that we are connecting with Pisces energy. We are connecting with our dreams and our soul's desire. You know, Pisces is ruled by Neptune. Neptune is the ruler of the unseen world. Our dreams coming forward, intensity, inside knowledge, inside ideas, inside understanding. And there's a real sense of letting our dreams out of the box that we put them in. And Virgo, we are very good at making dreams come true, right? We're very good at organizing things, bringing things forward, but we are very scared at trusting our own dreams, our own desires. So this is going to be a moon that's challenging us to put our dreams into reality. And that's going to be something that we can feel very apprehensive about. So just being aware of this. We are represented here by the Knight of Pentacles. You know, it's crowning the whole entire reading. We are slowly and steadily moving forward. Now, are we going to get mad at that? Yes, we want to move quicker. Why? Because we want to. You know, and Spirit's like, that's not a good enough reason. You need to have the firm foundation. As an earth sign energy, as a Virgo, you need to have that firm foundation leading you forward. However, what you also need to have is belief in your dreams again. And you cannot have it be perfect, because nothing in this world ever is. If we wait till it's the absolute right time and everything is perfection, something else will come in and swipe us. So here with the Queen of Wands, it's believing in our magic. It is moving forward in our fortitude, in our passion, in our, deeper understanding of self. And the Queen of Wands is our hidden magic. I always see this as Hecate in Greek mythology, and she was the goddess of magic, but so much is hidden about her, right? They destroyed her tablets. She didn't pass on her knowledge. The Greeks wrote down everything, and yet, this one person isn't written about, but yet highly worshipped. So it's very, very interesting, right? This one deity. And here, it's about believing in our magic. It's about seeing our passion and letting ourselves shine forward. But it's also about knowing the balance of passion. So a lot of times, especially in our modern world, and also in the ancient world, right? You wanted your name to be memorialized, right? The ancient Egyptians wrote their names in huge letters on everything, right? You will remember me has been a very huge part of the human existence and the human psyche, ego coming forward. With the Queen of Wands, there's a goddess, what is her name? It's not, no, Hatshepsut was Egyptian, right? Pharaoh. This is the first female pharaoh. It's the Hestia, the goddess of fire. Hestia. There we go. Hestia is the goddess of fire, but she was a minor goddess. Okay, she wasn't Athena. She wasn't like Bridget in Irish mythology. She was a minor goddess, and what she was originally one of the original 12 or however many ancient Greek gods and goddesses there were. But when the gods and the goddesses fought the Titans, right, and they claimed the throne of Olympus, there was an uneven amount of gods and goddesses. There were more goddesses than there were gods. And they were like, oh my gosh, now we have to have another war because none of us are going to step down, right? We all want to be immortalized. We all want to be known forever. We don't want anybody to pause like I just did, trying to remember our names. And Hestia, there we go. Hestia said, no more fighting. I'm tired of the fighting. I'm not going to do this anymore. I will step down. And she became the goddess of the hearth. She became the goddess at the center of every Greek and every Roman home. All right? And so here, we might step down. Our original dreams might have been to walk the red carpet and have everybody know our names. And it might feel like a step down in what we're doing. But it brings us such fulfillment, and it brings us such connectiveness with our community, civilization itself, with our history, with our power forward, that it really is a lot greater than we realize. And it moves us then to the King of Cups. During this moon, when you're taking your dreams and you're taking your productivity and you're melding them together like molding clay, right? You have the King of Cups coming forward and say, hold what you love. Think of your Virgo energy, Virgo, as the cup, right? The cup is made out of clay, right? It was made of clay, put in a kiln, had to be just right. A couple of them broke. One of them worked, fantastic, decorated, put forward, holds water. Now it is something that we can hold up as a goblet, as we can hold up as a chalice and connect with, and pass around. The water put in is the Pisces energy. We are earth, we are the clay. Pisces energy is the water. If we are in alignment with ourselves, we hold our dreams and we give our dreams a vessel in order to move forward and spread to others with. The King of Cups holds to those dreams, holds that desire, and says, I lead with my heart. We're kind of being double dog dared to lead with our heart, to lead with what we deeply desire for ourselves. The Page of Wands, fire sign energy, again, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, right? Virgo, if you're born on the cusp with Leo, if you have fire sign energy in your chart, it comes through very, very powerfully during this time. Just as if you have water sign energy in your chart, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, right? Here with the Page of Fire, when were you told when you were little that your dreams were silly? When did somebody laugh at them? When did you get told that you were too passionate, that you had too much of a temper, that what you really wanted to do was ridiculous? Again, you were told that your dreams were silly. So you learned to doubt your dreams. You learned to doubt your passion. With the Page of Fire, you are going to see that you are reconnecting with your passion, with your dreams, and with what you deeply desire. You are learning how to bring that energy forward. If you have young fire sign energy in your life, again, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, this is going to be an energy that connects you with your dreams again. But this is going to be a person that kind of pushes your buttons, right? This is going to be the hot-headed little kid. This is going to be the passionate little kid. This is going to be the kid that, doesn't realize they're little and kind of acts like a little adult and says, no, but I want this and what I want matters, type of thing. Not in that bratty way of like, you will give me what I want, but in that way that's like, no, my presence here on this earth is as important as your presence here on this earth. Let's move forward this way. And it's going to bring us back to our passion, bring us back to embracing the authority of ourselves. But it can also show us, okay, our tempers need to be balanced, right? We need to be in harmony with what we desire, because we can also see the little kid being out of harmony with themselves and, having a temper tantrum. And we as adults, we still have temper tantrums, right? We still get overtired. We still get hangry, So just being aware of that is going to be super important, because we're charging ourselves. We're like recharging our battery with the Six of Wands. And the Six of Wands is moving forward in celebration. It's holding our heads up high. It is being proud of who we are and how we exist on this earthly plane. It brings us to the Nine of Pentacles, and it's saying stand in the power of your presence, right? Stand in the power of the here and the now and celebrate it. The future, we don't know what it's going to hold, right? The past, we cannot change it. Even when we can see bits and pieces of the future, putting them together is like a jigsaw puzzle, all of white or all of glass, and you're trying to put it all back together. It doesn't work. It takes forever. And it's also up to our own interpretation. It's like, oh, it couldn't be that it lasts that long. It has to be this long. Oh, it couldn't be this. It has to be that, type of thing. We're trying to put it all together, and it takes time. The Nine of Pentacles is saying here, stand in the presence of your right here, right now, and be proud of yourself. Hold yourself with pride, with dignity, with respect, because you're looking at things differently. And you have a tendency, because you're different than other people. You wouldn't be on this channel if you weren't a bit outside of the norm, right? If you didn't fit the box perfectly. If you fit the box perfectly, you probably wouldn't be here, okay? You have a unique way of seeing things. You have a unique power, presence, a unique way of looking at the world and interacting in the world, right? Here, it's thinking that you're wrong. It's seeing everybody else and saying, well, I should be like that, right? That's super important to everybody. I should be like that. I should do this. I should do that. But here, it's like, what if you looked at things differently and let yourself be proud of who you are and said, I can see things differently, and it doesn't mean that I am wrong. This is the chaos of the world trying to pull you in, right? There's enough chaos in the world. It's very easy to slip into the chaos of the world. But can we be of the world and not pulled into the chaos of the world? It's very hard. And it's sometimes very complicated. I highly recommend, and I know you might be like, Dane, that sounds insane. But if you massage your ears from the very top of your ears, like from where your ears meet your head at the top, all the way down to your earlobes, where your ears meet your head again. And even that little piece, I don't know what it's called, that sticks out of your ears. I don't know. That little like flat piece. You can tell I went to medical school, right? I did not. I'm just joking. Okay, so massaging your ears, that gets all your meridian points. and getting all your meridian points. If there's a place that is bothersome, right? There's a blockage there. So massage your ears, do tapping, right? You could do it on your leg, back and forth on your thighs. You can do the butterfly on your shoulders, back, forth, just like that. Whichever is more comfortable for you. Think about what is stressing you out. Think about fears and guilt and anger and upset. Now, if you've been through a lot of trauma in your life, you might want somebody to be there with you when you're doing this because, the emotions can come really intensely and that can be a lot to deal with. If you're like, Dane, I'm okay, and I am not a medical practitioner at all. So just putting that out there, right? If you do this and you're like, okay, I can do this myself, right? You can find that you just start to cry. You can find that things come up from when you were 5 years old, from when you were 15 years old, from when you were 21. Things come up and you're like, oh my gosh, why is my brain still holding on to this? Why is it so intense? And you're going to see that you're letting it go. You're letting, your brain is now being able to process it in a way that like both sides of your brain are coming together. If you don't want to do this, right, you can knit. You can also get a session of EMDR, which is how you do this with a practitioner. Okay, it costs money. It can be expensive, it usually is, but I don't know what the pricing is like where you are. But this you can do for no cost, right? So you could do the tapping and you can connect. If tears come, let the tears come. Let yourself cry. You can fall asleep afterwards, right? You can just have a really good cry and then just fall asleep emotionally exhausted because you're letting yourself embrace a different way of seeing things. And as you do so, the Two of Wands comes into play and you start to see doors open to you. As you let yourself be yourself and say, I don't have to fit in the mold that the world is saying I have to fit in, all of a sudden doors start to open. All of a sudden insight starts to guide you and you embrace truth. You embrace temperance, which is Sagittarius energy, time frame November 22nd to December 21st. You are embracing truth. You are embracing honesty of self, but also greatness. Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter is the Roman name for Zeus, the king of the gods, right? And so here, as you embrace your prosperity, your success, your insight, your understanding, you're finding balance. You're going deeper and deeper and deeper into the whys and the how comes. And then the Three of Swords comes. Right? The Three of Swords is the heartbreaks, the pains, the disappointments that come up while you're doing the tapping. And you don't have to do tapping if you don't want to. You could sit and knit. If you knit, that is actually working both sides of your brain. It's actually very good. That's why a lot of people find knitting after they've been through a trauma where it's just very soothing. There's a reason for that. There's a psychological reason. You can also tap your kidneys, okay? Tap your kidneys, tap your tailbone. That's where a lot of our body's energy is held. And one of my teachers, she will say, tap your kidneys, because if you tap your kidneys, you're getting rid of wrinkles. You're looking younger. If you're like me, a little bit vain, you'd be like, oh, great, this is fantastic. But, even though vanity can spur us forward, the release that it gives us is beautiful. So you can tap like this, or you can massage with the back of your hands, or, use a little massager and just do your kidney area, kind of like a little bit up from your lower back, kind of like where your belly button is, a little bit higher. So doing that and your tailbone is highly beneficial. If you can't do any of that, you could just visualize the energy moving through those areas and yourself, like with any blockages, being destroyed, being absolutely kind of just melting away into the universe. And you are moving yourself forward in prosperity, in success, in bounty, and in abundance here. Learning how to claim the now and stop the fear of the past and the chaos of the future from gobbling us up during this moon of healing, this moon of alignment, this moon of really taking the best parts of ourselves and getting them to work in our everyday, getting what's aligned in our everyday lives and seeing how we can implement that in the rest of our world. It moves us then to our spirit energy. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. This is the dove. And it says, feel and allow a deeper sense of peace to fill you now. This is exactly what we were talking about. This is a divine quality, filling yourself with peace. It leads us to our chakra energy. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides, angels and spirit guides. This is flexibility. This is the sacral chakra. You know, this is where, if you're part of this family, you know, I always say, tap your tailbone, tap your kidneys, like we talked about earlier. It just came up earlier here. And it's to embrace flexibility. Now, it can be to embrace also flexible movement. Now, if you can't move, if that's not where your body is at this time, you can visualize yourself almost being like a willow tree swaying in the wind, and any branches that aren't flexible, like falling off, meaning anything that is of you, that is like energy that needs to go away, it just falls off and goes into the earth. And we can have that beautiful visualization as we move forward. We can also do that. We can just sway where we stand, just sway, kind of visualizing ourselves as a willow tree, letting any energy that is not working for us fall away. And that becomes our empowerment. That brings us to a flexibility of spirit, of sensuality, of creativity, meaning that we let this energy move through our bodies, move through ourselves. It brings us then to our energy to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels. Oh, golly. Okay, so this one right here. And this one. There we go. So we have the moon, which is Pisces energy, and I'm not surprised this came up. Pisces energy is, again, our sister sign. It can bring out the best, it can bring out the worst in us, but it's also very intense emotions coming forward, and the Six of Pentacles is needing to balance that. Needing to balance that in our prosperity, meaning money or what we value as much as money coming forward into our lives. The moon can also bring out our fears. The moon is the full moon that we are in. There's an intensity to it. There is a tremendous intensity to this moon. It's an eclipse. It's a blood moon. It's a full moon. It's in Virgo. You know, it hits all the buttons to just bring intensity to it. We're also in a Venus retrograde during this time. I mean, luckily, Virgo, we're not ruled by Venus, so that's a plus. But still, it means that relationships become a little bit more intense, like things that need to be let go or come to the surface, rise to the surface, and then need to be skimmed off, like you skim off the fat when you're making chicken soup. Let's see what the moon has to say for herself. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. Balance, faith, angels, and spirit guides. Focus. And then we have ourselves going deeper. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Oh, I like that. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. Okay. It's very interesting because communication is key, is coming up a lot during this full moon. Virgo, you are ruled by Mercury. So communication being key is not a surprise. Gemini is also ruled by Mercury. So that energy is coming forward. And that's going to be something that's really important to be able to communicate with your loved ones around you, being able to communicate with yourself. This can be through journaling. This could be through talking to yourself. You know, you could talk to yourself in the mirror. Like if you're able to look yourself in the eyes and have a conversation with yourself and talk things through, that's actually emotionally astoundingly healthy for you. So just being aware of that. Balance during this time comes through having faith, greater faith in the greater universe, however our faith manifests in our lives, but also the greater faith in ourselves, in our destiny, in our soul's desire during this time. And focus, the opening up of the third eye. I would highly recommend, tapping your third eye, starting from between your eyebrows and using all 4 fingers and tapping your forehead or pressing down on your forehead for like 5 seconds, releasing, 5 seconds, releasing, to bring in focus, to awaken any blockages within your third eye. You can also do this at the top of your head. Press at the top of your head, take your fingers at like the center of your head and just go down, because there's a meridian point there as well that you will get if you use all 4 fingers and you press at the top of your head. You will get that, and it will bring you into focus. It will help break up any blockages, any overthinking, any chaos, because if our minds are overthinking, if we are overanalyzing our world, it means that our brains could be too stressed out to dream, too stressed out to bring us clarity. So just being aware of this is super important. Don't let your past hold you back. And that's going to be a very important thing. And that is a very important thing for this moon and for this time. And I love how it's over the 9 of Pentacles, which says stay in the moment. Stay in the moment. It's going to be something where you have to pull yourself back. Stop thinking about the future. Stop worrying about the future. Stop worrying about the past. Stay in the moment. Do not let your past hold you back. Because we're thinking, oh, well, if that happened then this will happen in the future. And it's kind of like we're thinking about the past to project to the future. Don't do that. Let yourself be right here, right now, because luck is on your side. You're astoundingly lucky during this time. Your hard work is paying off. It is time to take action, and communication is key. It's time to say what it is that you want. And it's time to voice your dreams. Not in an angry way. Well, you can do it in an angry way if that's the way that you start to voice your dreams. You can be angry and frustrated. It hasn't happened yet. But you start to say what it is that you want. And as you say what it is that you want, you move forward in empowerment because you're starting to give birth to it. You're starting to create it in the universe. And then you'll see slowly and steadily you're molding and sculpting your dreams and your desires. It moves us then to our subconscious spirit message, which is the flicker. And it says, new rhythms are coming into your life now. You are encouraged to trust and adapt. Yeah, new rhythms to your life, new actions, new ways of moving forward. It brings us then to our third eye chakra coming through. And it says visualization. During this moon, the power of visualization, the power of dreams and productivity come together. And if you can visualize what it is that you want, and then you can start to vocalize what it is that you want. Visualization and vocalization are like your keywords during this time. Visualize and vocalize what it is that you want. It can sound outlandish, mansion on the top of the hill. If that's what you really want, give it voice. Or I really want, to get that promotion. I really want to be able to go to that concert. I really want to be able to just have a quiet night and read a book, type of thing. Whatever you want, whether it's super big or super small, it doesn't matter. Give it voice and see it move you forward. It brings us then to our energy to be mindful of the world. Be mindful of diving into the chaos of the world instead of stepping back from the chaos of the world and connecting with greater insight and greater understanding to what you love and what you desire. We want to be in the world. We do not want to be of the world, of the world's chaos. We want to be in the world, but not of the world. So just being aware of that. And also saying, what do I want? Right? We can think bigger is better. But sometimes our soul craves for something. It craves for like chicken soup and a cup of tea, right? Something warm and cozy, or whatever your warm, cozy, connection is. And that can be your world. We don't need it to be a Michelin star, grand affair. It can be small and simple, but oh so special. It brings us then to our subconscious tarot message, which is the 5 of Cups. Change your mind, change your life. Stop looking at what isn't or what has gone wrong. The 5 of Cups in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck is 3 cups spilt on the ground. Right here we have crabs, but it's 3 cups spilt on the ground. And what was in those cups, I assume, always is wine. And can you imagine spilling really good wine on the ground and being like, oh my gosh, all that money, all of that wasted. And instead of seeing the 2 cups that you already have and being like, you know what, we can share, right? We can pour this out. It might not be as much, it might not be that bad, right? To not be as indulgent. And we can share this. There's still beauty, there's still healing, there's still connection here. But we want to scoop up the mud and make it drinkable, and it's not. And we can lament and lament and lament, but it's already of the earth. Turn around. See the healing beauty that waits for you. Because the 3 of Cups, when it's spilt over, when it's in its negative position, are the people who can't celebrate you, can't see you, don't understand where you're coming from. Turn around and see the love and connection that is behind you. It moves us then to our subconscious tarot message, or not tarot message, moon message, which is gratitude. And then the energy is gaining momentum, the energy of gratitude, the energy of connecting with the wisdom of our ancestors, of our past life self. The energy of connecting with our deeper soul's desire is gaining momentum, learning how to give thanks to those that walked before us, even if they did not walk the way that we wanted them to, right? Giving thanks to the energy of the earth, the connection to this land, and knowing that the energy is gaining momentum. If we can move in love and in honor, knowing that it is a circular journey, right? Everything is a cycle. and we are part of the cycle. As much as we as human beings want to say we're not part of nature, we are part of nature. And the energy is gaining momentum. We are in the age of Aquarius, the age of enlightenment, the age of deeper understanding, the age of connection, the age of the falling down of top-down structures, and the insight and the awakening of the people. That is extraordinary. And that is why I'm so excited for this time. Because it is in our stars that we are awakening, that we are empowered, and that we are seeing ways of life that were once lost to us, and now we're finding them again. All right. All right, Virgo. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this full moon, blood moon, lunar eclipse, and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Virgo. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. Have a blessed moon. Bye.